Welcome back to That Was History, a show where we follow the calendar and tell you what's happening in history for the coming week. Let's go find out what April 20th through the 26th has in store for us. See you on the other side.
In our society today, the discussion and debate about race is drastically different than it used to be in our history. In our history, people used to have their own school, their own church, they even had their own drinking fountain. Just after the Civil War, there was even a group that was created called the Ku Klux Klan. They would go in the middle of the night and attack African American leaders of society. They would even go as far as burning a house that had the people still inside. Well, on April 20th of 1871, Congress would try to stop this absurdness for the third time by authorizing President Ulysses S. Grant to declare martial law, impose heavy penalties against terrorist organizations, and use military force to suppress the Ku Klux Klan. I'm glad I live in the society that I do today. Aside from the common differences that I've observed from everybody, they're all human and they deserve an equal chance to live out their dreams and prosper as much as they can.
When I say Red Baron, how many of you immediately think pizza? For the large part of my teenage years, this was certainly my mindset, as my dinners typically consisted of either cheap noodles, pizza, or frozen dinners. Sadly, I still eat these things for a lot of my meals, but at least now I know who the real Red Baron is. For the longest time, I thought he was an American pilot who did cool things and ended up on a pizza box. Funny thing is, he is quite the opposite. The true Red Baron was a German fighter ace who flew during World War I. He was credited with 80 confirmed air combat victories and was a master of the skies. Unfortunately, this day, April 21st of 1918, is the day that the Red Baron was killed during combat by Arthur Roy Brown. At least he is the one officially credited with the kill by the RAF. Apparently, the Baron was a hot target, and there's a huge controversy that exists over who actually killed him. The Baron's remains were treated with great respect, and he was given a full military funeral in which memorial wreaths were presented, with one of them actually saying, "To our gallant and worthy foe." Did you know that the triplane that the Red Baron is mostly associated with only credited him 19 of his total 80 combat victories? His nickname actually derives from another plane he used prior to this one that was painted red as well.
Hey, you know, it's a great day for this fishing here. It's nice, it's warm, it's pretty sunny.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but those ducks over there are kind of annoying.
Yeah, about to get on my last nerve.
Hey man, watch this. Shut up, stupid ducks! See that?
Yeah. Hey, you litter in there though. Go get that water bottle. You're gonna destroy the earth.
I was just having a little bit of fun.
But hey, I learned that every year we waste 22 billion water bottles.
Yeah, but what's one bottle gonna do?
One bottle can start a process.
I guess.
You know, we got that Earth Day coming up here on the 22nd. You ever heard about it?
I ain't heard much about it.
Well, they started the first one back in 1970, and they had the Clean Air Act that followed, the Clean Water Act, and even the Endangered Species.
How'd you get so educated?
Yeah, I just read something off the internet. Hey, look, I think I got one.
Hey! We recently sent out Facebook messages, tweets, and YouTube messages to all of you asking you to join in for a new activity that Jeremy and I are trying out. Basically, you can send us a comment, message, or a tweet with a funny idea that you would like for us to incorporate into one of our stories. We will choose one of your ideas and announce the winner in the episode that idea appears in. Go to facebook.com/thatwashistory for more details. This week, Matthew Wilson from Facebook told us to do a dance or rap about one of our stories. We actually decided to incorporate elements from both in a little performance we like to call Don't Change My Coke. This idea is a reflection on the bad decision that the CocaCola company made on April 23rd of 1985 to change their formula and rename the product New Coke. They received such a huge backlash from consumers demanding that the formula be reverted back to the original that less than 6 months later Coca-Cola would do just that. Enjoy our skit.
Yeah, that's strike three. Yeah, they're doing pretty good this year.
They are. Another commercial break.
I wonder how long this one will take.
No telling.
Might as well eat some of this popcorn here.
I guess so.
The incredible has happened. The impossible has become a reality. Coke actually tastes better than ever before. Yes,
You
Coke
hear what they're saying?
has a new taste. And
What
I'm
are they
standing
doing?
here with this ice-cold, thirst-quenching,
That ain't right.
deliciously
I don't
satisfying
like this.
I
Coca-Cola,
don't either.
and it actually tastes
I like it the way
better.
it is.
Now, you
This
know
is
me,
the right
I
way.
always loved Coke for years and
But
years. like this Coke.
What they're talking about, that's completely different. Yeah.
Nobody gets their opinion.
More than ever. Coke.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You gotta stand up. Don't change my Coke!
Don't change my Coke!
Don't change my Coke!
The ease of using your computer just comes naturally, doesn't it? Well, perhaps you don't even think about how small the processor is, or how you're seeing what you see when you log into your computer. How is it that such could be done? Well, to start with, computers were just huge machines for adding complicated numbers. But as technology progressed, they became more and more portable. The introduction of the personal computer was a big step in our society today and a culture that we've become adapted to. The first IBM PC was introduced on April 24th of 1981 and would mark the start of the portable computer world as we know it. Today we have laptops that weigh in near a few pounds, whereas the first of these personal computers, the Osborne 1, weighed in at 24 pounds. It had a 5-inch display, 64 kilobytes of memory, and a 5 1/4 floppy drives and a modem. I'd say we've come a long way since then and only on to newer and better technology.
Have you ever just focused on your hand and really examined it? Or maybe you looked at the color of your eyes or examined your facial features. If you looked at certain qualities and characteristics that you possess, you will begin to realize that you have similar traits as maybe someone in your family. Or maybe you have completely different traits than a friend. Why are we made up this way? What is it about us that determines how we will look and react? Simply put, it's all about your DNA structure. That's easy enough to accept, but what exact genetic pairs control your eye color or determine the texture of your hair? I couldn't begin to tell you, but the geneticist responsible for the Human Genome Project might be able to. Started in 1990 by James D. Watson of the National Center for Humane Genome Research, this project was finally published on April 25th of 2003. It contains information regarding which chemical base pairs within DNA control what in regards to both physical appearance and function. With the help of geneticists all around the world, including countries like China, France, Germany, Japan, and the United Kingdom, this project ended 2 years sooner than planned. And best of all, it is available to anyone with access to the internet. It isn't owned or controlled by any one company or government, so go check it out at the website links below.
Back in the 1970s in the Ukraine, 10% of their electricity came from nuclear power plants. In such power plants, nuclear reactors are used for generating such said electricity. This device is used to initiate and control a sustained nuclear chain reaction. The heat from nuclear fission is passed to a working fluid, either water or gas, which runs through turbines. This would in turn drive a ship's propellers, or in this case, turn electrical generators. Well, on April 26 of 1986, an accident with one of these reactors would occur at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant number 4. As a result of this, the plant would completely be destroyed and has since been enclosed in a concrete-led sarcophagus to prevent further escape of radioactivity. It has been noted that large areas of Europe were affected by the accident and that the cloud spread as far away as Norway. Now that's one gigantic cloud of radioactivity.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching it, and we hope that you enjoyed our video. Be sure to come back next Friday, and if you would like to see your funny idea in the next episode, submit them on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or YouTube.
If you don't know for sure how to get to our Facebook or Twitter, you can follow the links provided below, which are www.facebook.com/thatwashistory or @thatwashistory for Twitter. And hit that subscribe button off to your right to make sure that you get the weekly update. We'll see you next time, guys.